was calling its gold back because of the tariff trade, or it was afraid that it was going to have a Fort Knox audit, but that never really made 100% sense to me. I think what's really happening is that the US has known that all of this has been happening, that China's been building its gold corridor. It's expanding vaults across Asia, the Middle East, and Africa, and the US is like, okay, fine. We want our gold back too. Because if the world is moving toward a financial system where gold has to actually physically move and physically exist, not just on paper, but for real, and your partner countries demand the ability to redeem that gold, then custody, or whoever holds that gold, becomes everything, right? Who keeps the gold safe? So if the US wants to stay competitive in this new system, it needs to control more of its own gold physically instead of trusting it at someone else's vault. Now, officially, the US holds roughly 8 tons of gold, maybe more, which is at this time the biggest stash of gold in the world. But a big portion of it was stored and accounted overseas for decades, mainly in London. So bringing the gold back to the US is a way for it to prepare for this new potential system without flat out saying, we want our gold back because the dollar might not be around, right? So if gold does become a high quality liquid asset, if it's allowed to be treated like treasuries, then whoever holds it physically has real collateral power to fund the rest of the developing world so that it can exert its influence on it. Okay, but now, on a practical level, right? What does that mean for gold's price? Right now, most financial institutions, like for example, central banks and sovereign wealth funds and pension funds, they keep somewhere around 20% of their reserves or their piggy bank inside of these gold or equivalent hard assets. But now there's new guidelines being published at places like Bank of America, for example. And what they're saying is that the amount of gold that should be held in reserves should be closer to about 30%. Now that's a 10% difference. Doesn't sound like much. But across the entire global financial system, that is estimated to be about $2 trillion worth of new demand. Now gold is not like the dollar, right? You can't print more of it. So that $2 trillion of new demand could